Happy Sunday, everybody. Yes, I am here with you, and you are here with me, Kiara the Voice, and we are joined here together on the most strange Sunday that we've probably had thus far in our life. If you are here with me and you are a part of the American people, then you know that this is something that we in this generation have never really had to face. Any type of confinement that makes us have to deal with all of the things that are inside of us. It's only been 7 days here in Los Angeles. Maybe it's been a little bit longer. I don't even know what day we're on, but it's been about a week and possibly more, a little bit less for some others, of really having to stay inside. And this COVID #9 or coronavirus that is going around and really impacting the entire world right now, there are some major things that we can do in order to help ourselves stay preventative, in order to help ourselves stay well, that are not just about staying in your own house and staying in your own environment, which I believe really produces a lot of fear, and fear produces reactions that aren't necessarily embedded with knowledge, but just embedded with the need to protect. So we go back into this mode of survival mode, which doesn't really enable a mode of connecting. So we're already being separated in one sense. We're already kind of getting our own ideas of what this means for this turn of the world, this turn of the century, this new decade that we've entered in. What part of life are we going to really start to value when we come back and are able to resurface from all of this change that is happening in our world? And one of the main things that really concerned my heart was our country's focus on the economy at the very beginning of this, and even individuals' focus on their own economy. Money definitely rules this part of society. Money definitely rules capitalism, and money has been proven now and time again cannot save anybody's life. It has no value in that sense in order to be able to take these dollar bills, these coins, this whatever we've created, and patch things up. It actually takes care, it actually takes understanding, it actually takes community, it actually takes connection, it actually takes knowledge that isn't just based off of things that come from your mind, but knowledge that actually comes from things that are based within the earth. Knowledge that comes from an understanding of what tools, what minerals, what resources, what herbs, what techniques does this earth have that can provide us healing, that it also provides as healing to itself, because all things here on this planet are for us. They can be things that can be used to make us great. They can be things that can be used to slow down our process. They can be things that can be used to heal us and revitalize our life force energy. But we have to know that those things exist. And in our society here in America, we focus so much in the medical industry on science only. Science that isn't connected to earth, just science. So made up things like made up drugs, made up medicines that all have derivatives that come from herbs. There is an amazing book that will show you all that I'm talking about. I'm actually going to grab it right now because I feel like you need to see it. So this book is a book that I'm definitely taking my time diving into. I got it way before this, but The Healing Power of Rainforest Herbs. Now here in America, we don't have any rainforests, but there are so many bountiful rainforests that exist here in this world, and they are literally always providing us with the necessary medicines that we will need to combat anything that is coming on to this earth. And when I am thinking about how to help my friends, help my family, help anybody that I meet really stay in front of anything kind of impacting them negatively when it comes to a virus, when it comes to a cold, when it comes to a disease, it's really about enabling and acknowledging what has already been placed here for us to be well. So with that being said, a few things. I want to encourage you all to drink lots of hot liquids, okay? I have been told this 2 weeks prior. I actually went to a meditation where this amazing, amazing man gave us some knowledge about just combating viruses in general and certain herbs to use. But the first thing he said was hot water. Hot water, particularly hot liquids. I would add teas that have great infused herbs, and we'll talk about those herbs in just a moment. But hot water in general has the ability to take, if there's a virus or something that has touched your face or come into your mouth, you will actually consume that hot water. The hot water will bring that virus down into your stomach, where that hot water and your stomach acids will mix up and actually push that virus through you. So if you're ever feeling, I know one of the symptoms is like a little tickle in your throat, before you go and rush to the hospital, please just down a lot of hot water. If you're not a fan of just doing hot water alone, feel free to add a lemon in there. Lemon is a great antiseptic. It really helps clean out your system. I'm sure if you're here in California that your neighbor that you maybe even have, or that a friend somewhere in California has a lemon tree. So don't feel like you need to go and run to the supermarket and stand in these lines in order to get the things that you need. So water and lemon, the next thing that you can add in that, if you're like, girl, I need some more flavor in this elixir, what's happening? You can add some honey. Honey is also great antiseptic. I know that, I just actually learned that vegans don't use honey because it is still a product from an animal. I would encourage those people who are not actually real vegans, and when I say you're not a real vegan, I mean you still eat a lot of the processed foods that have soy and whatever other made up things that are in there, please get some honey, because it's real and it will really help you in this time. And a lot of honey is actually gathered in ways that is not harmful to bees. There are a lot of good bee practices out there. I'm a very big bee lover myself, so and I also love my honey, so please get some honey. Another thing, fresh garlic. If you don't have any garlic cloves, go get you some now. So some fresh garlic. So you can, the elixir is being made as we're talking about this, but you can also add that fresh garlic. If you take, I would say probably take like 2 or 3 cloves. 3 is my number, so I'm always taking like 3 cloves. And then I press on the clove. So I use like a knife, push down on the clove, open it up, and I put that into the water. So now I have my honey, I have my water, I have my lemon. And the third thing that I want to put in, the fourth thing that I want to put in there is going to be some fresh ginger. Now, the ginger has been out of the stores ever since this whole thing has been going on, and that's fine. But I was able to get some other ginger, some ginger puree. And I know it's not fully fresh, but it will still help, and it has all full real ginger in there. I got that from Whole Foods. So you can add that ginger in there, but I really enjoy taking the ginger root. Take you a nice big chunk of ginger, like this much. And if you can, chop that little chunk up into like 3 or 4 pieces. Put that in there. So now you have your hot water, you have your lemon, you have your ginger, you have your garlic, and you're mixing all of that up. And it's actually an interesting taste. Yes, the garlic, you will taste it, but it will really be that total thing to help push whatever yuckiness you're feeling inside right out. This is an elixir that I always do whenever I get the first sign that I might be feeling like something, I don't know, my body's feeling a little weird. I put this elixir together, I have it, and whatever that weird feeling was definitely goes right away. So garlic by itself also is really, really strong at being antifungal. Us women, you should know this, women, ladies all around the world, if you ever are dealing with this thing called bacterial vaginosis. Bacterial vaginosis is something that a lot of women deal with, and a lot of women actually come in contact with this from having sex with condoms a lot of the time. And that lubricant along with that latex, a lot of us women actually aren't well with receiving that into our bodies, so our bodies reacts by producing this discharge that's trying to clean out the system. Sometimes this discharge can be smelly. I'm sharing this with you to say that you can actually put that piece of garlic right inside your vagina, and it will actually absorb all of that bacteria that has come in there, take it out, scoop it out, and then you'll be cleared of all of that. Really good way to really clean and flesh out your system, ladies. But also, if you're feeling sick, if you're feeling woozy, if you're feeling nauseous, if you're not feeling well, you can always take a clove of garlic. I usually try to get the biggest clove that I can find, and you have a bottle of water ready, and you put that garlic in your mouth and you chew it, and it's definitely not a fun taste, and you drink all of that water. You're really allowing all of that antifungal properties to go into your body and do the work. See, I'm a hippie, and I'm not a partial hippie. So you can't be a partial hippie just burning sage and burning your Palo Santos and doing all of the things outside of you. You have to fully immerse yourself into your hippieisms and get all the healing into your body. Even though it doesn't taste good on the bud sometimes and it may be disturbing to you, your body is going to thank you so much for fueling it with what it needs, instead of going over the counter and getting all of these drugs that have all of these other side effects that cause you to get more drugs and be on all these other side effects that really our medical industry is just in a cycle of keeping us needing them when they don't even have the knowledge of what this earth has in order to give and enhance our beings. That's why doctors like Dr. Sebi get so much accreditation and get missed and honored so much when we feel like these herbalists of the world are being shut out by the medical community simply for the what? Dollar bill. So don't let the need of, or the economy be the thing that drives us as a people. I think we're really at this time where the people have to drive the people. We have to start sharing what's on our mind, using this time that we don't have to physically be at work, using this time that we don't even have to show up for work, using this time that we don't have to, our energies are literally not required elsewhere but within ourselves. So using this time to really go and dive deep. There's going to be so much coming up for you. There's been so much coming up for me. There's been tears, there's been laughter, there's been joy, there's been excitement, there's been fear, there's been uncertainty, there's been trust, there's been understanding, and there has definitely been faith. There has definitely been love. There has definitely been clarity in the understanding of what my energetic being does for me, and when I do all of the things that I need to do for me, how that does for everyone else without me even having to think about the everyone. Because when I think about myself, I am thinking about the everyone, because when I show up as my fullest self, I am giving my fullest to the community, then they can give their fullest to me. So we have to take this time to really allow ourselves just to be grateful. Be grateful for the process that has been, and for the ability to start to really use this time to clearly see, envision, and imagine the life in which we want, and start writing down, creating plans, making moves, and just doing without concern of what others will think. Because hey, we're all social distancing. We're all moving into our own separate places of understanding, so that way when we bounce back, we know exactly where we need to connect to, because it's already been in alignment for us. We were just fogged out by society's needs of us. Society needed us to work in order for the economic system to keep going, but when have they thought about the people, the us? It is in this time that we are forced to focus on the us, the people. How do we care for one another? Did you call your grandparents today? How do we care for one another? Did you call your grandchildren today? How do we care for one another? Did you call your aunt, your uncle today? How do we care for one another? Did you call your cousin, your sister, your brother, your mother, your guy next door, your friend next door, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, that mistress, that mister, that did you call them? Did you tell them that you love them today? Did you choose to spew out great energy into the world today? Did you walk outside today? Did you take a look out your window today? Did you have a moment just to be to yourself today? I know that you're probably with family or with friends, or if you're like myself, I live with roommates and we've been spending a lot of time together. And I want you to also take that time to yourself as well. Take that time to yourself so that you can dive deep in the understanding of who you are. So that when you are in your lonesome, you can allow your thoughts to run wild and then finally have the ability to jot them down needing to rush or go anywhere else in this world. Take time to you today, to unveil all of that magic that is in your mind, to convey all of that energy in your heart that you've been creating, that you've been wanting to give and share with somebody. Share it with yourself now in this moment and say, yes, I am everything, 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 everything that I need. I have everything, 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 everything that I need, because I am everything, 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 everything that I need. Did you say your affirmations today? Did you remind yourself of how great you are, of how great life is, or how great the ability to continue to ascend beyond what you already knew is? Did you say thank you for this challenge of self-actualization in this moment that is here and now? Thank you, 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 universe. Thank you, world. Thank you, life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, source. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Allah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Buddha. Thank you, 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 universal energy source. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, prana. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you say thank you today? Thank you for the gift of still proceeding even in the midst of change. The world is changing around you, and it's time for you to define and decide who you are. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean the world, the moon, the stars, the entire Milky Way galaxy to me. And I've also decided that during this time, I want to help give you some peace of mind. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we are going to meditate together at 11:11 Pacific time. So here on the West Coast at 11:11, we will be meditating together. So that should be, 1:11? Over there on the East Coast, that's also a beautiful divine time to begin. So I hope that you all will join in. I'll go live right here on Instagram, and you can donate if you would like. That would be greatly appreciated. However, I understand that all of us are in these times of transition, and in these times of change, so I'm not putting any pressure on this. This is something that I want to do for myself and also for you. So donations will be accepted, but they are not required to join in. So I hope to see you there Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11:11 Pacific time, 1:11 over there on the East Coast where my family is. And we're just going to spend some time really going in. The meditations will probably be I don't even want to put a time on it because it may just go, it may just go. But I'll put some more information out there. I'll remind you about it so that way you don't forget. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean the world, moon, stars, the entire Milky Way galaxy to me.